put the Tremec in, I'm like shifting. I'm coming from downtown, like fucking Jesus Christ. Today, I want to go over I swapped out my MT-82 for the Tremec, and I just want to go over some of the differences and some of the benefits and some of the cons of having a T56 Magnum XL transmission in your Mustang. All right, let's do the review. Damn, it's hot as a sumbitch. Oh, and by the way, happy Easter. Today's Easter. So while everyone's at church, I'm filming a review for you people. So let's turn the traction control off, shall we? I don't see the point, period, unless it's like, I don't know, icy or I don't know. I just don't see the point. Just don't drive like a jabroni, you'll be fine. In an MT-82, which is the stock transmission that comes in a Mustang, the transmission is remote mount, and there's a bunch of linkage, and one of the major drawbacks to that transmission is the lockout. So if you're really getting on it, you know, trying to bang through the gears, when you're up at, you know, 6,000, 7,000, especially over 7, it'll lock you out. Meaning you can't get the damn car into gear. It just, you try to slam it in gear, you're hauling ass, boom, and it's like you hit a wall. And one of the major reasons is because of that remote mount shifter. So when a car, what am I trying to say here, like a fucking retard. So all that torque makes the car flex, and all that linkage that connects the shifter to the transmission is subject to that flex, and that causes lockout. Now, I will say there is a way to fix it without, you know, buying a $4,000 Tremec transmission, or however much it costs. There's a couple things. The Barton shifter, and we'll do a review on shifters another time. The Barton shifter is what I had on the MT-82, and that was great. I loved that shifter. I loved how notchy it was. It was super short. It was just like kick, 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 kick. It was awesome. But that alone did not stop the lockouts. What actually helped by far, hold on, the most was, what helped the most was the Barton shifter with the white line. I had a white line, I think Steeda makes one. It's a transmission insert. It's almost a U-shaped little black. It's not plastic, it's not rubber, it's kind of something like that. You know, White Line has their own special materials for their bushings. It's supposed to be the bomb, and it's pretty good. I never had any problems with my MT-82. somebody else destroyed my MT-82. I'm not going to get into the story. But a lot of guys, there was even a class action lawsuit against Ford over, you know, the MT-82 and how it failed and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I put 40,000 on mine and beat the shit out of my car, but I drove it pretty hard. I know how to rev match. I'm not a fucking Nimrod. And I don't dump the clutch at 5,000 RPMs either. And the transmission was fine. Never gave me any problems at all. So, but with the Tremec, hold up, going over the bridge. Look at all these fucking heathens out there on their jet skis and boats. They should be worshiping Jesus right now, right? Anyway, I digress. Tremec, you don't have to worry about any of that because it's a direct mount. There's no linkage. The shifter goes, which is right underneath the camera here, goes right down into the tail section of the transmission. So you don't have to worry about lockouts. So the Tremec holds, it's rated for, I believe it's 700 foot-pounds of torque, 700 horsepower, which that doesn't mean it only holds that much. That's what it's rated at, and I think that's based off of like a 10,000 pound vehicle, so it holds a shit ton more than that. And I believe the MT-82 is rated like 365 or somewhere around there. Don't bitch me out if I'm like a few fucking points off or whatever. So it's basically double. It's twice as strong, according to Tremec, than the MT-82. What that means in the real world, I don't really know, but you can break anything if you know, if you're a dipshit, you know. But the Tremec unit would be much harder to break. All right, let's talk about another thing, the gearing. This could be considered by a lot of people a negative when it comes to the Tremec versus the MT-82. The Tremec is geared, you have two different options. I have the 297 first gear, which is crazy compared to the MT-82's, you know, 3 whatever it is. I mean, it's tall. The Tremec is geared tall as shit. It's really designed more for higher horsepower vehicles. So if you're naturally aspirated, it's probably not the way to go, you know. But if you're spraying your car, or, you know, you're high, you know, especially if you have a supercharger or twin turbos, the Tremec, those taller gears come in handy, actually. They're useful. And I'm geared tall as shit. I have 331s out back, and I have 297 first gear with this Tremec. It has 2 double overdrives, where the MT-82 6 gear was overdrive. The Tremec 5th and 6th are both overdrive gears, so it's double overdrive. Double the trouble, double the fun. The install is a whole other. We'll get into that. We'll get into that fucking bundle of joy in a minute. Kia Sorento wants to race. God, man, everybody always wants to race when you're in a car with loud exhaust. Dude, you can go around me, buddy. I ain't trying to race your sorry ass. Piece of shit. I ain't trying to hate on someone's car, but whatever. What did I think of the Tremec after I installed it? I kind of hated it. Not it, but my whole setup after that. So I'll tell you what I think is the most negative, the biggest drawback to, and this is really minor because it can be easily solved, like I solved this problem, but the throws, just like in a fucking stock MT-82, are long. I mean, it's like when you're shifting the T56, and I had the Barton in, and I had used to that little beep, 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 you know, thing. Put the Tremec in, I'm like shifting, I'm coming from downtown, like fucking Jesus Christ. So I didn't like that at all. It sucked. But an aftermarket shifter will fix that. I'll do a separate review on the MGW. It's the greatest shifter ever invented by mankind. I think NASA built it. It's that good. when I first put it, God, dog, race car shit, dude. Some of the things to consider when you're installing a T56 is, number one, you need different clutch discs, different clutch altogether, or I didn't need a different clutch altogether, I just needed a 26 spline clutch disc. You're gonna need a different drive shaft, and you're going to need a speedo sensor box. So make sure that you keep those things in mind when you're installing. I didn't get the Abbott Box from Modern Driveline, who I got the conversion kit from, because I was like, oh, I'll hook up a Dakota Box. But dude, we both were looking at the directions and like, it's like I was Richard Simmons in a titty bar. Yeah, didn't. It was like, hey, Bruce at Modern Driveline. Yeah, hey, buddy, can you send me an Abbott Box? I'm just pre-wire it all, because I'm kind of retarded. So. And if you're doing a T56, you're doing a Tremec with the tall gears, I hope you have a lot of power. It's not a transmission for a naturally aspirated 450 horsepower car, unless you're rocking like 410s, maybe would be okay, you know. You can always fix it with gears, but back gears. So I do love it. It is a little bit, the T56 is a little bit heavier, but it's all good. The shifts are amazing, and yeah, it's awesome. I like just telling people, yeah, I got a T56. Yeah, I love the transmission. After I installed the shifter, and fuck, that's where I want to get off. Woo! Brakes. Holy shit. Sorry. Yeah, this thing shifts awesome. It's like it knows where it wants to go. Drive gears. I'm in 6 now. I'm cruising at like 85 miles an hour, and I'm at 20, let's see, I'm at like 2100 RPMs. So it is nice. I mean, it's great for gas mileage when you're road tripping, and when you have a lot of power, you can still pass people in 6th gear. But now I'm pontificating like a fucking bore. Not really. I'm kind of getting off subject here, like I do a lot. I'm ADD. I can't help it. We'll get back to the review in a second here. I never had any problems with the MT-82, but somebody else trashed it. That's a whole different story. Don't let other people drive your car. Moral of the story. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, right. Sure, dude. Sure, you fucking idiot. You know how to drive. Whatever. Bite me. Anyone want to buy a used MT-82? Perfect condition. Just a little wiggle on the old input shaft. So I just like to overbuild stuff and just make it, you know, super beefy when I can, and not have to worry about it, you know. If I want to just stomp it, do what I don't want to have to worry about the thing breaking. And honestly though, I think the majority of guys that break the MT-82 probably are either idiots, they don't know how to drive, or, you know, they just got a bad MT-82. I don't know, they are built in China. So, you know, but I know a lot of dudes that are running big power, and they're still on an MT-82. I think YOLO is still on an MT-82, and he's got like 120-some thousand miles, and he's like 700 at the wheels, and he fucking drag races his Mustang, and there's nothing wrong with his transmission. So I do think a lot of it, most of it, probably 90% of it, is the driver. That concludes my review of the Tremec T56 Magnum XL transmission that I have installed on my Mustang. And thanks everybody for watching, and please don't forget to hit like and subscribe, or as always, shoot me the middle finger, but I'd rather you hit like and subscribe, or hit dislike, or write some stupid comments, whatever works for you. Cool. All right, everybody, have a great day. I'll see you next time.